Yep, it's that time of year, and there is a new policy in town: unsatisfying, off putting content. So, in today's video, I'm going to tell you what YouTube says unsatisfying, off putting content is. I'm going to give you the Tiff's take breakdown and also a couple of examples of channels that I have found that have already faced demonetization because of this new policy. So, can you stay tuned after the opener so that you can get the tea? If you're still here, thanks for not giving my graph a little nosedive at my intro, because I know that that's where I need help. But let's get into this policy. So first, what I want to do is I'm just going to read to you the new YouTube policy, and I'm going to show you on the screen where I found this policy because it's kind of hidden. This information did come out on July 15th of this year, but when you look at the monetization and the policy updates, you're going to see July 15th of 2025. But the policy is there. So just look at the screen so that you can find out where the policy is, because I do want for you to go and actually see word for word for yourself what YouTube says about the policy and how it affects channels that are in the YouTube Partner Program and how it affects channels that are not in the YouTube Partner Program. So this is what YouTube says. Unsatisfying or off-putting content refers to content that relies heavily on emotionally manipulative formulas, mimics existing formats or stories to a degree that videos feel interchangeable, or appears designed to shock or surprise viewers for the sole purpose of getting views. This content may feel unsatisfying or off-putting to viewers who come to YouTube looking for content with unique, original substance. Monetizing through the YouTube Partner Program requires that your channel be in compliance with all YouTube policies. If your channel is found to be violative of any other policies, you will not be able to access monetization through the YouTube Partner Program. And AI voice. So then after that, it goes into what is allowed to monetize and then content that violates this guideline. So I do want for you guys to go through, read all of those bullet points as YouTube has outlined them, and familiarize yourself with this policy. It also gives some information as it relates to AI personas related to sensitive topics. AI doctors, AI generated podcast hosts, AI personas giving legal advice or interpreting laws. So there's a lot of good information in here that I'm not going to go over completely in this video, but do follow the link that I am going to leave in the description, and I'll try to remember to leave it pinned in the comment section of the video so that you guys can go and access it. But next, what I want to do is, that all sounds good, but it's like, what does it actually mean, Tiff? So let me give you the metaphor that I've come up with to kind of explain the unsatisfying or off-putting content. And based on my channel demographics, you guys should all be able to relate to this story. So do you guys remember Fyre Festival? Good old Fyre Festival. If you don't know about Fyre Festival, there are a ton of documentaries about it. I'm sure there are some on YouTube. I know there are some here on YouTube because I've watched them. And then Netflix also has a great Fyre Fest documentary. So Fyre Fest. was basically this event that was sold to people about them going off to this exclusive island that no one else was going to be able to access, and kind of being able to kind of rub elbows with all of the bijounis and cool kids of Hollywood and the Kardashians. And I think that they had like Kendall Kardashian do a video for it. So like it was a whole big thing. You guys remember Fyre Festival, right? So when all of the kids got there, it was not what they were sold. I mean, they had them sleeping in FEMA tents and they were giving them bologna and cheese sandwiches to eat. You know, it wasn't the upscale event that they had paid for, A, and B, it wasn't the event that they were sold. So that's the unsatisfying part of it. But then let's go into the explanation of the off-putting. So even though this was their what in real life, is that what you guys call it, IRL? So right now this is what these kids were like living, they were facing. But all of the producers and everything, they tried to act like they didn't know. Well, they 100% knew that this event was not ready, and they still allowed for people to fly in. They still took their money. They didn't refund it under all of these false pretenses. And then to boot, they didn't even really want for these kids to go live and share on social media what the real that was going down with this experience. They wanted for them to act like everything was still all Gucci. So that right there is what made it off-putting. So I hope that you guys understand, and that kind of gives you better context when it comes to unsatisfying or off-putting content. Now, because this is so new, I was actually only able to find 2 channels currently that this policy has affected. Now, the first channel, it's Mercurious VA. That is like a animated ASMR like style channel. Um, I kind of get it, but I don't get it. And that one, I mean, truthfully, I didn't really go down the rabbit hole watching that person's content. They did actually do a video sharing that they got demonetized on their channel. But one that I think that you guys will find of interest the most, HPAD 2. Now, this channel has been on YouTube since 2008. They had about, during the time that they got monetized, had 225,000 subscribers. They've grown since then, and they have 226,000 subscribers. And I thought that it was pretty cool that this channel did not actually do a video about them getting demonetized. The way that I was able to find the information about this channel was on, the next best app, X. That's a great place to find YouTube updates if you guys don't know. So HPAD 2, you guys, during the time that they have been on YouTube, they have amassed 249 million views. They have tons of videos that have reached millions of views. Their most popular video has 31 million views. It was released 7 years ago. And that may not sound like a big deal on surface. You're like, oh, it was 7 years ago, 31 million views. Let me give you the math on that. 31 million views 7 years ago is roughly almost 4.5 million views every year, which would equate to about 269,000 views a month, which is about 12,000 views, over 12,000 views a day that video is still getting to date. So this channel is a big deal channel. Um, and let me tell you what their content was about. So their content, and they still posting, you know what I'm saying? They didn't say anything about them getting demonetized, and they're still posting like they haven't gotten demonetized. So hats off to you, HPAD 2. I think that that's really cool because everybody instantly comes to YouTube so that they can give their demonetized or I didn't get monetized like sob story. And you didn't do that. It was hard for me to actually find you. So hats off to you. And I do hope that you get your channel back. Because with that many viewers, obviously you have an audience. So what the content is on this channel is dealing with household products. And when I first went to it, I thought that this channel was doing reviews on household products until I saw them chuck a vacuum out of the window and then put the vacuum together and then begin to vacuum their lawn. So it's hilarious. They kind of do product, I don't know if you call them reviews, but it's all about destruction. But on surface, I thought that it was product reviews. So when I'm thinking to the YouTube policy, I kind of get it with the maybe off-putting. It is a little bit off-putting to see somebody chuck a brand new fan or something like that out the window and destroy it, or take a brand new product and start hitting it with a golf club. It is kind of off-putting, especially during this time, you know, when people don't got money like that to be blowing. It's great, but also from an advertiser perspective, I mean, maybe these advertisers are sending some of these products to this channel so that, it's a play on durability and stuff like that. I remember when I used to take people out to my car and show them me driving over my phone to show them the durability of the phone. It was a great sales tactic. Boy, they was flying off the shelf. But I can understand both kind of the perspectives. I see the YouTube perspective, I see the audience perspective, or how some people can see that as unsatisfying or off-putting. Before we wrap it up, one more thing that I want to point out very quickly. I thought that it was interesting that YouTube also reviewed the differences of the type of content that you can create as a monetized content creator who here on YouTube that is a part of the YouTube Partner Program, and just a content creator on YouTube and someone that is just uploading videos for the joy of it. And I don't know if YouTube can really tell the difference. It's us as content creators that know the difference. But a warning to you guys that are trying to get those watch time hours and you're not seeing violations from YouTube, because I know that I did not see any violations from YouTube at all about the type of content that I was posting when I applied for monetization. And that's when I got hit with the inauthentic and repetitious content. And I wish that I had received a flag about it beforehand. But basically, YouTube is outlining that as a content creator that wasn't monetized, they didn't care. Well, they care because there are certain community guidelines that you have to follow. But because I wasn't a paid content creator and they could still put advertisements or place advertisements on my videos as they see fit on the videos that they wanted to, well, they didn't care because there was nothing in it for me except for the joy of uploading videos. So if your focus is to get monetized, you do need to be aware about these types of policies, because you're not going to see those strikes in your YouTube studio dashboard. And then if you're already monetized on YouTube, This is just another thing where we need to be aware about the type of content that we are putting out on our channels. Go through your library, see if you have any type of content that this type of policy is going to affect. Whether you have that video as unlisted or private, is it even worth it in the end? So go through your catalog, make sure that your channel doesn't violate this policy. I get it. And I hope that this explanation helped you guys to get it too. I completely understand that YouTube does not want fake disasters, fake unalivings, and channels that play and manipulate people's emotions on the platform. But I do also think that if YouTube is going to pull monetization from a channel and they're going to wake up one morning and have all of their money gone, well, then YouTube should give content creators just a better explanation about what happened, because satisfaction is subjective. And based on HPAD 2's channel, well, they have 249 million views that think that the content that they're putting out is valuable, and 226,000 subscribers and growing. All right, guys, I want to know, what do you think of my breakdown of unsatisfying and off-putting content? Did I put it into terms that you can actually understand and relate to? And what do you think about HPAD 2? Did YouTube get it wrong? Or does this channel actually have an audience? My name is Tiff. This is my take. Be blessed, have a blessed day, and most importantly, do what you can to bless someone else's day.